Hello, I didn't notice you there. Oh my gosh. Like, yeah, I'm so glad to have you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Don't you just hate it when somebody does that? That's really annoying, isn't it? They're like seeing them for the first time, they're just seeing you. Like they didn't put the camera up. So I'm a little stoned. So, okay, let me see who I'm getting here. And it looks like people are just like all up in this. And I'm using my old phone that doesn't have service anymore until you put it on Wi Fi. And then it blows up with the notifications. So let me see who to say hello to. Oh, there's Mel. Mel will be back with us, guys. Mel will be back. Okay. Mary Oliver. Look at you, the very first. Hey, Jeff. Okay, I know your name. Skull Aquatics. Oh my God, don't laugh at me, but usually I remember people's names because somebody else says them, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's what it was. So don't get mad. Hey, Cheryl. Hey, Cheryl, and Mel, Miss Millie Mel. Okay, so we don't really have a direction today. Um, Curtis, that's what it was. Thank you, Mel, for the assist. Hell yeah, I thought that, but then I was like, no, and if I say it out loud and I'm wrong, somebody's gonna get pissed off. So, but yeah, and that's my fish crime partner right there, coming through. Um, yeah, we don't really have like a direction we're going today. So if you guys want to share any fish crime related stuff, or any fishy related stuff, period, go ahead and share that with us, and we'll talk in the chat and all that jazz. We'll just meander around until Miss Mel comes back. Magnificent Mel. Exactly. Hurry up and get ready so you can come up here, Mel. And we got 6 people in here. Hello to those who have just come in. This is going to be awkward. I should sit here and just do the Jeopardy theme song. See how long people would stick around. Mel, you better hurry up. I've got my cup, so don't worry, guys. And I haven't had a dab in forever, and I was able to get one today, so I'm a little on the happy side. Get this stuff out of my way. We are doing a few fishy chores in the process of doing the live stream. So if you guys get too bored, we'll show you, I don't know, our water change maybe, if you want to see that. Unfortunately, the 28-gallon, I don't know how many of you in here were with us when we set up the 28-gallon coffee table tank. Don't look, stop looking at me. My dog. Yeah, it's not some random person, it's my dog. Anyway, the 28-gallon that we set up so beautifully with all the rock work and the plants, and it turned out really great. But unfortunately, Columnaris is ripping through it and has decimated, actually probably more than decimated, my livestock in there. Like, had 2 small shoals of fish. Because now you guys have to remember, these are like 1-inch fish. So it's not like I'm stacking putting an Oscar in a 10-gallon or anything. She's in a 90. Ask her, she's happy. But anyway, I was really dumb and did not think that it would be a problem to not quarantine some new fish I got. And actually, I'm kind of glad it happened the way it did, because Oubliette, my favorite betta, don't anybody get upset. It's okay. You're all my favorites. Anyway, sorry, I had to tell everyone. Anyway, I had originally put them in with her. Well, she's not a timid betta, and they started attacking her for food, and I was not having that. So I took them out immediately and put them in the 28. But either way, I had thought to quarantine them, and they gave Columnaris and have almost wiped out my fish. I've only got a few rosy loaches, all my Hebrosum cories, all the little tiny Hebrosum cories are dead. I started with 4 of them, I believe, or 5, and I had a group of 15 to 20 that, having them naturally colony breed, and they were all gone. I have all my Cubitai rasboras, all of my Ember tetras are gone. Most of the Phoenix and exclamation point rasboras are gone. yeah, I only have probably about a fifth of my stock left, max. So, hey, Beto. Uh, Beto, I don't know if it's a fish crime, but I rescued a goldfish. He's about 3 inches, and I have him in a 6 gallon tote. What do I think of where to put him? Oh, that's going to be fun. I mean, technically, you're doing probably 52 things that people would get mad at you for. So, if somebody else would get mad at you for something that you've done, that is a fish crime. So, yeah, you're good. Plenty of people will be pissed off about that. So, don't worry. You go ahead. But we all know who know you're not going to leave it like that. So, we're not worried. Anyway, yeah, so I can't, like, if I lose everyone in this tank, I'm going to be really upset. I've already been upset. Like, this has not been fun. It's going on for about 2 weeks. The fish would they'd be swimming 1 minute, eating fine, everything would be good. And then all of a sudden, it would, like, list over to the side and just, like, wiggle a little bit, like it's trying to fix itself. And then it just sinks to the substrate and it's dead. I mean, within seconds. And I watched it happen at least 4 or 5 times. And that's not including the one anyway, it was kind of traumatic. So, but, so I dosed him with Canaplex and a double dose of nitrofurazone. And I'm not a doctor, guys, so don't take my advice as gold. This is what's working for me. I have not in the last, I think, 2 days, has it been? In the last 2 days, I have not had a death that I've been able to find. But the nitrofurazone is killing my cycle, so we have to do a 50% water change at least every day, and then put some ammonia binder in it so it doesn't hurt them because they're already struggling because of the columnaris. But other than doing water changes and then remedicating, I can't really do much about it. As it's just you have to water change. So. But I have to remedicate the nitrofurazone every day anyway. It's just it makes it a little difficult with the Canaplex. So yeah, see, Cheryl says Beto, as long as it's only temporary and has filtration and water changes, you're good. Exactly. Hey, Fish Family is here. I feel like so part of the in crowd now that he joins us. No, I'm just kidding. It's always cool. It's always cool. So. Beto has been reassured that we are his alibis. He shall not be arrested for his fish crime. So, okay, anybody else got anything going on? Hey, I'm going to check something. Let's see. Whoa, look at me go. 7 people in here, and I got 7 likes too. Yeah, people love me. Just kidding. Yeah, see, Beto, you got it good. You have small filtration and daily water changes. You're doing what you can to make sure it's done right. I think that's probably good, Anita. Yeah. We're in the middle of doing the water change for him right now. We can't really turn the light on because nitrofurazone is light sensitive. So we have to leave the light off, so it makes it a little difficult to see. I have to once or twice a day, I will flip the light on to check the fish. But then, as soon as I'm done looking around, I turn it right back off because I don't know exactly what will happen. If I leave the light on for an extended time, I don't know if it'll make it turn it toxic or if it will just make it non. What is the word I'm looking for? It doesn't work, basically. I'll get that word right in the middle of me saying something else, and I'll be like, "Oh yeah," but it's very light sensitive, so I don't know which way it's going to go. So I'd rather not risk it. So I just leave the light off unless I have to turn it on for a specific reason. But I'm here, I'll hold it. And we're being very careful to make sure that none of our stuff that we've got using for this is being used in any of my other tanks. And we have to use the same hose to fill it because it's the only one that fits the pump right. But what we do is we make sure that it stays above the rim of the tanks and doesn't touch the water in the tank. So that keeps it from getting contaminated. But we're being really careful. The hose that we use to siphon the water is a different hose, and even the sponge we put on the end to keep the fish from being sucked up That's all a different one too. Like everything is different. We're not touching anything. I even made a supposed, even though it's a pretty glass tank and I'd rather have no lid than a crappy lid. I did make a polycarbonate lid because somebody pointed out to me that all it would take would be my favorite bed at Oubliette is right next to him, and all it would take is a splash of water to go over the top into Oubliette's tank, and then Ubi'd have it. And that's gonna kill me. She's already been acting funny today, so I'm gonna be really pissed if something happens with her. So I haven't been able to get her to eat all day, and she's a pig. She does not miss a meal. She doesn't. And sometimes she demands more than one. So don't judge me. That's my fish crime. I will feed my betta 22 times a day if I want to. I really won't do that. That would be extreme. But I do like it's okay. It's okay. Go ahead. But I don't really feed her like that. But I do feed her multiple times a day, and she comes when I tap on the glass to get her, and she sits in her little spot right in front of the glass and waits for me to feed her when it's time to eat, or when that's where she sleeps too. At between 9 and 10 every night, never fail. Even if I leave the damn light on, Ubi is laying right in this spot right here, and she's got to be sleeping because she's just sitting there still. She's not doing anything. But then suddenly, if I don't turn the light off, nobody's gonna believe me, but I don't really care because it's funny. She would like turn sideways, like she was oriented towards me, and just sit there and stare at me and stare at me and stare at me until I turned the damn light off. Every time. And she won't eat either. At when she settles down for bed, she's not getting up to eat. She doesn't care. So, and sometimes she'll throw a fit, and it'll take her a few minutes to want to come eat because she's mad that I was late turning the light off or turning the light on or off or whatever, or I was, God forbid, late for feeding her. So bettas do have a little bit of a personality. I'm not saying that she's a human, that she would do, that I'm not humanizing her, so to speak. I'm just telling you, she had a little bit of a personality too, and she can be kind of a drama queen. She's a little bougie, but she just look at me and just stare at me until I turn the light off. But I was telling you a different story. Hey, what was the other one I was telling about Ubi? Oh, you're helpful. Somebody clue me in while oh, hold on. I'm missing. I keep forgetting about the chat. I have small filtration. Okay. Beto said, I rescued him from a wedding. They had goldfish on each table in a 16-ounce bowl. That shit pisses me off. Like, I cannot know. Anyway. Contaminated pizza. Did I miss something, Cody? And hello, by the way. Hello, Arknight. Roar. Cheryl says, Beto, at least you as a fish keeper got him and knows that he needs better than that. Exactly. What did they do with the other ones? It's getting close, babe. When you're done, can you fill the babies, not the breeder box, the tank, because it's not high enough. All you got to do is just stop this and fill that up real quick. You don't have to apologize. Okay, Cheryl says, I talked my now sister-in-law out of using bettas for the reception. She was floating candles instead. See? Good choices, people. Good choices. They can be made. I promise. Hi, Genevieve. Did I say that right? Or am I? No, that's not right. Maybe. You tell me, was I right? Probably not. Probably desperately not. Okay. Sorry, I'm really distracted right now. Anyway, hello, and thank you for joining. And yes, they do. The only time I've ever been as upset about a betta being sick is whenever I had a male named Magma. He was my best friend's fish first, and I brought him home to train with me because I was teaching him to jump out of his tank. And I've got video of it on one of my shorts. But he jumped out. That's good. He would jump out of the tank and eat food off the tip of my finger. And it was really cool. It was fun. And he would come to the front. I was teaching him to follow a stick, the end of a stick, in circles and stuff. And I was teaching him to do stuff like that. He was really good. So I thought, because I like to breed and I like challenges, and I kind of thought it might be fun to breed him to one of the females I had in time who was super, super pretty. He was a koi. he had peach and pink and all kinds of colors in him. Anyway, you can see him on in that short video that I made about. Well, I think I made two with him in it. Anyway, he I tried to breed him, and then when I fed him some baby brine shrimp, I think there might have been some shells in there that I missed, and he died of bloat like 2 days later. Like it just I got him through day one and most of day two, and then he died in the day two, and that killed me because that thing was awesome. That fish was great. And then now I've got Oubliette, and today she's been acting funny and not eating. It's a big thing, like I was saying earlier. So a little worried about her, and that I won't take well either. I haven't been this upset about a fish in a while, but she's a good girl. But she was old when I got her. Like she was big enough, like you could tell she had been bred. And she had the big belly, the spot. Her why can't I think of the name of it? The egg spot. That's what it is. Yeah, I couldn't think of egg. So how about you? Her egg spot was very prominent. She just looked like she had probably laid eggs at some point, spawned at some point. But so I don't know how she was when I got her, and then we've had her for a year, just about. So she's been on my coffee table for a year. I can't see that one, Anita.
I can't.
Okay. Okay. Oh, sorry, I didn't finish. Cody, you are textbook humanizing that betta. I am not anthropomorphizing the betta. I'm not giving it human emotions. I'm attributing my human emotions to her actions. Oh, wait, that's the same. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm not that extreme. I'm not going that extreme. But she will do her. I'm not kidding you. Nobody believes me until they've seen it. Like she will do it every time. If I don't turn her light off, she will turn towards me and stare at me until I turn the light off. And the ambient light she's in my living room on my coffee table. The ambient light still kind of, I can see her still, and she will turn around and settle back the way she likes to lay for her bedtime. And my mom calls me. She calls me, most every night, or I call her, and it never fails. If we're on the phone, then she's like, I tell her something Ubi's doing. She's like, oh, it must be bedtime. And so, I mean, I'm not the only, anyway. So yeah, I can humanize it if I want to. Hey, my mom is here. See, she can vouch for me. She can vouch for me. Oubliette's got to have her bedtimes. You said I tried to breed bettas years ago. Could never find two with personalities that worked well together. Some can be so dramatic. I know. Anyway, Magma. The hardest thing is, I guess, if they've never done it before, some of them don't quite get it the first time, and I'm an impatient person. And before anybody freaks out about the whole breeding bettas and there's too many in the world, yada yada, I know, and I totally agree. It's a challenge for me, and I made sure that I knew there was places for them to go, and I have ways to care for them. So, I did my research. I have been doing and still doing research for when I decide to do it again. So, but I will make sure these babies have homes, good homes, before I even start it. So don't worry. Cody says hello. Wait, who's Darla? Oh shit! I saw. I'm sorry, Darla. I totally missed your comment. Thank you. That makes things much simpler. I think I'll just call you Jen. But then that didn't sound right either. Oh yeah, Cheryl's got a point. Try wild type bettas. They're typically a lot less aggressive than the Splendens bettas. Yeah, my friend has. I'm actually raising a batch of Betta Mahachi. I always feel so confident when I start to say it, but then my brain and my mouth goes, nope. Mahachiensis. They're a wild type betta. The mom is a silver one, and the dad is a green-blue iridescent one. I think he was originally green, but then he went through a period, like 2-week period, where they had to be covered in dark because he was being medicated because of something. I don't remember what it was, but there was something that they got sick with velvet. The bettas got sick with velvet. So they blacking out in that whole thing just kind of when they took the cover off, he had no color. He was pale. He was white. And she was worried. She was like, "I hope he gets his color back." And I was like, "He will." And I said, "Are you going to get him another female?" And she was like, "Yeah, eventually." Because they're anyway. That's a longer story. So she got him a female, paired him up, and literally she was floating her in the thing to get them acclimated to going in there, and he just instantly went from that pale color to just bright bluish green, greenish blue. Like it was more blue than green. It was totally different than what he looked like in the first place. But he's beautiful. But I got babies of those right now. She was awesome enough to let me take them and raise them. And I'm trying my best not to kill them because honestly, I haven't had babies in a while, and so I'm forgetting a lot of stupid things. Like I didn't expect to have to do a water change on these little eyelashes, the bettas, because they're so tiny. But I had floating plants in there, and the floating plants were dying, and I didn't think about the floating plants dying and causing ammonia in the water. And so I tried to clean it out, and I kept getting babies, and I kept. It took me a good hour to do a breeder box water change. I mean, that was ridiculous. But I was using, of course, the squidgy. Sorry, that's my word for turkey baster because I can never think of that damn word when I'm trying to say it in a hurry. Um, anyway, I used one of those, and I would look through the light real close to make sure there was no babies in it, and then I'd see one, I'd be like, damn it. And I squirted out a little at a time until I got past them, and then I'd check it again. And I just kept doing that every time I got a syringe for baster. Cool. I do that every time. It took so long. Oh my God. And then I know most of you know this already, but I had gotten a breeder box with surprise Corys in them. Longfin albino white Aeneas Corys. And they were surprised because I had taken my little colony. Their water looks odd. Anyway. Nobody's at the surface, so there can't be anything. Maybe it's just fogged up. Anyway, sorry, I got distracted. What was I saying? I got distracted. Squirrel. If anybody can, yeah. Jeff says, I'm going to need to sell some beta sororities this summer. Jeff, if you ever decide you're ready for Beta Rubra, let me know. They're on a roll with giving me babies. Oh, that would be cool. That would be cool. I don't really know. Are Beta Rubra mouth brooders or bubble nesters? Because I've got the babies, the Mahachiensis babies are bubble nesters. And then I've got my Beta Albin marginata, and those are mouth brooders. So I think it'll be interesting. If I can ever get the damn things to spawn, it'll be interesting. Sorry, it makes me look at my tanks. I think it'll be an interesting process to watch the male hold the eggs and babies for that long. I think it'll be really interesting. Darla says, Betta's personalities were too unpredictable. Some ladies were too bossy. Some males were too aggressive. Had a male that was a noob and fertilized his bubble nest while the female watched. Oh, you'll never okay. I've had multiple attempts of breeding select bettas that I have found. And there was this one time I had decided to breed Juliet because she looked like she was about to pop. And I was like, okay, she's a beautiful crown tail anyway. She's got pretty colors. She's got great personality. She, would pass some good traits off to whatever baby she had. And then I had a male that was a orange something. It's usually a redfish, red with white stripe, but they've had different colors of that lately. Orange? What is that damn color? Anyway, long story short, he was really pretty, and his name was Dream. And I wanted to spawn to get him and Ublia to spawn. And there are certain signs you watch for to see if it's going well. They will get aggressive with each other, and he'll chase her and she'll try to hide. but then he'll start running towards the bubble nest that he's made, and then she'll eventually follow him. Well, sometimes she'll follow him and then run away, and sometimes she'll follow him and she'll do this thing where she puts her head down and her butt up, and that's supposed to be like, you know, she's ready. Well, I think, like I was said before, I don't know if I said to you guys, but I think she'd been bred before. Yeah, I did. Because she got tired of his um, being stupid and not knowing what to do, and she started chasing him. And I was like, okay, this isn't going to go well. But then she started trying to lead him to the nest. She would go and sit under the nest and wait for him, and he'd just go just doing stupid stuff. But then the minute, he wasn't unwilling, it was just like he just didn't know what to do. And so she chased him around and chased him underneath the bubble nest. And I'm not kidding you. She sat there while he did the submissive position. I was like, I never can get this shit on camera. Never can. But it was, I'm not joking. I wish I could have got it on camera because that would be great. But that was a long time ago. So, she's older, and I'm like, don't think I want to breed her like I thought I did. She's old. I think she's older than I thought she was. So, Cheryl says I need to get me some bubble nesting wild types now. They're really cool. She wasn't even trying to breed them. She just had a top. She can breed, or she can grow floating plants like crazy. Me, on the other hand, I can barely. Like, duckweed has taken over, but even in the tanks that duckweed hasn't taken over, floating plants don't like me. They don't. Duckweed is the only thing. Like, I half hate duckweed. I'm half grateful for it. But yeah. So I forgot where I was going with that. Yep, this is a good idea. Oh, she had floating plants, and he started, the minute she put the female in there, he started building a bubble nest. Built a huge bubble nest. And she looked over one day and she saw the embrace, and the eggs fall out, and then them parting and her acting like she's dead. And I think we got a visitor, not a visitor, a partner. Here we go at the stage. Hey, girl.
Hello.
Oh, let me turn my phone up.
I made it.
If it'll let me.
Better late than never.
Oh my gosh. It's going to make me aggravated.
Anita, here's your reminder.
No, it's not on the phone.
Django.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about right now. Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Okay, good. So.
That's better, yep. So what I miss?
Nothing really. I'm just blabbing on. I
like blabbing.
I was talking about when I attempted to breed Oubliette, and then how I decided that I think she's older than I thought, so I'm not really okay, especially with her acting funny lately. I'm not even gonna think about breeding her because I think she's had enough. And I the first time whenever they did spawn, it didn't take or whatever, so I wasn't gonna try again. So, but I will eventually find a pair that I like enough to make it worth it to breed them. Just for the challenge of saying
I would get into wild betas, but I wouldn't get back into Splendens. I'm still pretty sour on that.
Yeah, I don't blame you. That's why I've got the baby Mahachiensis, and then I've got my pair of beta Albert Martinata. But the stupid male, he doesn't he's like, nah, I'm good. She'll be having her breeding dress on, all those stripes and prettiness, and she'll be nope. I think one time he's actually responded to her, and then he just swam away and was done. I was like, what is that about? So as soon as I can get myself to do so, I'm going to put up another tank and separate them and try to see what I can get taken care of. But they are a little mad at me since I put the black rose shrimp that I've got in their tank, and then when they started eating it, I moved them. So they're kind of mad at me for that, I think.
Yeah, I still gotta. I was thinking about maybe doing this while we were live, but I've got this tote over here. Behind me is Schmutzville, but I got this tote over here with what used to be the Pothos above it
Yeah.
down there. So I still gotta tack all that up and make sure nobody's still in there.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea. Well, do it if you want to do it. I mean, busy work, keeps us distracted, I guess. I don't know.
That and I
I'm
gotta
trying to,
that and I gotta feed everybody too.
yeah, shit, I need to do that too. I don't know if Julietta will eat it.
But
She's talking. Oh, look, he's over here. Where is? Where?
how long have you had Oubliette?
About a year since I think June of last year. So just about a year.
Yeah. I got mine like real young, and they were supposedly from a reputable breeder, and they still only
Yeah,
lasted a year.
yeah. But like I said, I'm pretty sure she was, older, and that she was somebody's turn in because she was there with her three sisters, and or two sisters, and I say sisters because they looked exactly alike. The only reason I knew who, I could tell her apart is because she was a little more insistent that things go her way. Like she would come to the top to play with my finger, and the other two girls would come and try to play too. If she had none of it, she chased them away. She was like, no, I'm not sharing this attention. I'm not doing it. So she was like the most feisty one. So that's why I picked her. I like the
Seems
ones
like
with
a solid method when you're picking a beta.
that. I like the ones with the attitude. But I wanted one that would interact with me and play with me because some of them will, some of them won't. Missing missing comments. I am okay. Anyway, Cheryl says she's
Bad Shirley.
listers, huh?
I said
Bad
bad
me.
Shirley.
There's my fish crime for the night. Another one.
Hmm.
Cheryl says she has 4 species of mouth brooders. Sorry, Mel, I didn't see it. Like I wasn't looking at the camera. That's why. Well, the phone. I say camera like I'm some like person with a bunch of good stuff. Oh, Charlotte says betas don't like to follow the rule book. The personalities can vary so much. We love the ones that like to interact with people. Yeah, me too. Oh, Beto's telling on himself again. Another fish crime. I have 2 brand new tanks that I haven't set up with filtration and everything for about a year. That wouldn't last long in my house. Like I've gotten rid of furniture to put up tanks, and the furniture I kept has tanks on it. So I've literally kept certain pieces of furniture just so I'd have somewhere to put a tank I wanted to put up. It's not an illness. It's not. You can't prove it.
I don't have a problem. You have a problem.
Do what?
Said I don't have a problem. You have a problem.
Yeah, it's not a me problem. It's a you problem.
Hmm.
Cyril says Darla and the wild types have similar, just usually less aggressive personalities of the splendid type. Yeah, they really have their own personalities too. Ark says is Mel falling asleep or looking down. Oh, hey, Amy's in here. Hey, Amy. Blue a car
It
update?
was probably me reading comments off my tablet, if I had to guess.
Probably. Amy says Blue a car update. Okay, I've got about 425,000 babies. No, I'm just kidding. They're not that many. There's probably close to 60, 80, something between that range right there. I'm like bad at estimating, but there's a lot. There's even some that I don't see because they're down in the bow all the time. So yeah, I've got a lot of those. And the mom is Pluto, daddy's Gidget, and yeah, it's a long story. I was wrong on both counts.
Mm.
Anyway, they have spawned 2 more times since, but they've eaten the eggs. Like it's like I like that because when the babies are smaller, sometimes the parents tend to eat the babies for the next spawn to grow up. So I was like, we were a little attached to the brats already, so and they are personable too. I'm not kidding you. We go to the tank, and they immediately all come to the surface. You put your hands in there, and they'll dart away for a second, but then they'll all come back and nibble on your hands and stuff. It's fucking cute. So, like, I don't know. I'd keep them all in there forever if I could.
Surely you would just live in a tank if you could.
Dude, I would too. Give me some floaties. I'm good. My mom sent me a reel or whatever you want to call it. They showed this guy in a big pool, and there was like 3 foot fucking koi that were swimming around him. He was feeding them out of his hand and stuff. My mom sent it to me. She was like, "That's you." I was like, "Yeah, that's a little bit me."
If I had the room, I would definitely do koi. I like them.
Yeah, that would be cool. Oh, hey, Shy. Yes, I think I got that right. What's up, everyone? Betro says he keeps thinking that he's going to move, so that's why I've been putting it off.
Mm.
I know I'm always going to have to move because I rent, so I will never be able to stay somewhere long term to the point of for the rest of my life. Unless I'm like 90 and going the next day or something, then I might get lucky.
Speaking of moving, I literally I set up the new 56-gallon for the Angels.
Yeah.
I set it up. I got the scape all perfect. Like, I got all the hardscape in place, and I was about to start planting, and then I find out that I'm supposed to move in 2 days.
Yeah, that was like what the next day they told you after we were.
Yeah. Yep.
That's funny.
Yep. And I still need to move it over here. I've been dreading it. But I got Schmittsville over here, but I did have to remove. The scape is just so simple with Schmittsville that it was easy to take it out and put it back in.
That looks good.
Yeah, I really need to get that pothos tied back up there, but no, I am dreading trying to move that 56 with the scape intact, and I'm just so upset about it.
I can imagine. You did. It's good. You've got pictures, so you can always do it again, though. Like, so
Right.
it's not like you left it. It's not like there's no documentation, dude. The stupid granulomas from the Mycobacterium marinum is starting to come back.
The what?
The fish hammer's disease, the fish TB in my arms.
Yeah.
They're coming back, and they're on my right arm now too.
The lumps.
That's gonna be fun. I can't wait to see what happens next. Infectious disease specialist, here I come! Yay! More doctors.
Next stream, you're gonna be in a hazmat biohazard suit,
or like with no arms, because they've told me that in extreme situations they can be like amputated.
No. Next stream, you'll have one arm missing and be in a biohazard, and then the stream after that, you'll have both arms missing.
That'd be horrible. Just like one limb at a time.
Yeah. Keeping us on our toes.
Well, good thing since I won't have my toes eventually. This keeps up. But no, it's probably because I quit I thought all the granulomas were gone. So I finished out my antibiotics and I didn't take any more. So I thought I was good. And I quit taking them so I could donate plasma. Well, then I got told that I could never donate plasma because I've had this and it could always come back or whatever. I don't know. They didn't even know what it was until I told them. And then I told them that I got it because I rescued a fish from somebody that had a really nasty tank. And
both those fish died, didn't they?
Yes. All 3 of them did.
So completely unworth it now.
Yeah, right. But I got the tank that I have to. Yeah, that's not going to happen. It's still in the back of my car.
Wow. How big is it?
It's a 29-gallon.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think I might clean it up really good, disinfect it, and then use it for the custom rimless that I want to build. The DIY custom rimless. I've just got to get the supplies, but that's going to cost me like $80 or $90 altogether because there's a lot of tools that I don't have. Like I don't have stupid stuff like like a measuring tape or a carpet knife or glass. Well, the glass cutter's to be expected unless you cut glass. You're probably not going to
buy stupid stuff. You mean handy stuff?
Yeah, stupid stuff I can't afford. But yeah, so it's like a lot of little things that add up, and it wouldn't cost that if I were normal and had those things laying around.
Mhm.
But it's going to cost me a little more to do. So it's going to take me a little while to actually be able to do the video because I have to save up to do this. And I have a few more important things to do right now. So
Yeah. I need to get on the content wagon here again myself. I don't even know how long it's been.
well, I think I'm going to. I was kind of documenting the bed of Mahachiansis baby. I was going to make a long term video like, ooh, you okay? That sounded violent.
Who, me?
That whatever that loud sound was.
I opened up a carton of strawberries to find out it had a bunch of
Oh,
mold
it
in
was
it,
the
and now I'm
sound of
throwing it
the
away.
plasticky. Yeah, that would just
Yeah,
like bounce off my ears in a weird way. Oh
you're welcome.
yes, I needed an experience so badly. Beto says I.
Anywho,
Yeah, I was in the middle of talking, wasn't I? Was
you
I? I
were
forgot. What was I saying?
you were talking about the baby beta, I think.
Oh, yeah, but I realized as I went that there's so much good footage of the babies and like the eggs and the story and all that jazz. There's enough of it to make a small video and just make periodic videos like I did with the Rams. So I was thinking,
Mhm.
which one would be better? Long term, longer video that showed start to finish or start to, juvenile, whatever. Or would it be better to do it in smaller increments like I did with the Rams?
I don't know. Why don't you ask your audience?
Yeah,
Make a
that's a good
poll
idea.
or something.
Okay, Ryan says, hi, Ryan. And he says, I wanna? What do you wanna? What did I say? You've got to be specific because unless you nudge my memory, 2 seconds ago never happened. That's all I got to say. It's all gone. So I have the cleanest brain that you could ever see because it's all gone. It's all wiped clean.
Mhm.
Oh. Did you go beta is like alphabet?
So, what wild betas have you
Beta.
had so far?
What wild betas have I had now? Just the Alba Marginata and the Mahachiansis, the babies.
No,
So
I mean, like, have you had in general? Those only
that's
two.
it. That's it. I've never had wild betas. I only learned about them recently.
You
Like,
so far think they're better than Splendens, or is the jury
oh
still out?
yeah, like I as much personality as I've seen. I will say that the Splendens that I've had that I've really enjoyed that I really made any effort to have any emotional investment in were very personable and had like a really outgoing personality. They were bossy and they had attitude. And
Right.
the bettas that I've got, the wild bettas that I've got, the grown ones are just kind of like they're beautiful and they'll come and I call it smile because they're strawberry bettas is what they're called, but they're also called the snake betta or something
Mm-hmm.
like that. And they have like this mouth that looks like they're smiling. And so I've got pictures of what it looks like them smiling. And so they've got a little personality themselves, but it's like I don't see them coming and eating off someone's finger or jumping out of the tank on command or
Right.
whatever, you know, uh, because we've domesticated these guys. These are still wild. It's a totally different experience and a total different beauty, I think. So that's just my
I
opinion.
thought I thought all betas had permafrown.
Had what?
Permafrown?
Oh yeah, the Splendens do, but my snake bed is Alpha Marginata. It's like I'm serious. I'll text you. Well, hold on, maybe I can. I'll have to do on that.
You could bring it up on the stream.
That's
couldn't
what I'm thinking. I'm gonna try.
you? Yeah.
So,
I
but I've got a
can't help
picture.
you.
I've got a picture of her in her breeding dress That's what I call when she gets her stripes. I don't know how to do this without. No, not camera.
I wish you luck.
I don't know if it'll let me do it on the phone. Oh shit! Wait, hold on. Nope, not that. Not that. It's not letting me do it. Let me see if I can put it on this phone. Hold on. Let me see what I'm doing here. You know what? I'll just post it after this video so people can see it.
Okay, that'll do.
Yeah, I was about to say because this is turning into an overnight affair. I'm good without finishing this
I don't
thought.
know. Some people might like listening and watching Shirley struggle bus.
Like you, like you,
Yeah, grade A entertainment.
right? At least I'm entertaining. I always said that if I ever get YouTube famous, it'll be for all the wrong reasons. Where the fuck did my drink go? Oh, I couldn't see it. It was right under my boobs. Well, my boobs moved away. Whatever. I know everybody wanted to hear all about that. So.
For sure.
Cody says. Cody says, "Effing Mel trying to engage the audience. Engage these." He's talking some shit to you, Mel.
It's all right.
Sit there and take it.
Yep, I'm good.
Gosh. Anyway, I have to go back now. Oh God, I didn't know I had gone that far. Okay, too many, Darlis, and too many distractions to try to deal with better breeding drama at the moment. I get that. I don't have a life other than fish, so I'm a little invested. Cheryl says, I can't wait until my koi are 2 to 3 feet long. Oh, that would be so. Like, I've never really been that interested in koi before because I like the side view of getting to see all the behaviors and stuff. To me, it's much easier than the top view of seeing koi and stuff like that. So I've never been a big, like, don't get me wrong, I don't hate them or nothing. I think they're nice and they're pretty and everything, but that's just not my preference.
Koi
But
hater.
until I saw that,
I said koi hater. You aren't fooling us.
No, give me a second. I'm almost done. Anyway, until I saw that video that my mom sent me with the guy feeding and sitting in the pool with all these koi around him, and he's like swimming with them. So I was like, I could handle that. That I'd be good. That would be the shit right there.
I sorta, kinda, like, I don't know. I've heard like good and bad things about Ohio Fish Rescue.
Oh, yeah. I don't really
But
know
what?
them either.
But what? Well, I'm in Ohio, so it's convenient.
Yeah, of course.
and
yeah.
And what you were just talking about reminded me of their giant monster pool thing,
Yeah.
where you can swim with like all kinds of monster fish,
Oh, that's
like
cool.
gar and all kinds of random catfish, and
I don't know if I'd be cool
sometimes
with
they
that
have
though,
their
because a lot of those big ones are high class predators. Like I don't really want them mistaking my leg for, a good shrimp leg or something, or a crab leg or something.
Well, I haven't seen anyone die yet, so there's that.
Yeah, well, it was all good with dolphins too until a dolphin tried to rape a woman.
What?
You've never heard of that? The dolphins attacking not attacking, but like holding on to the person that was swimming with them and trying to pump them.
No, I've swam with dolphins before. They were pretty chill.
I know. I'm
I've
just saying.
never heard of them doing anything crazy like
Yeah,
that.
look it up. I'm not kidding. It's funny. They had like some woman had a case against like some aquarium that did that. The only one I can think of is SeaWorld, but I don't know if that's what it was. So I shall not besmirch the name of such a horrible institution without knowing it factually.
I'm not entirely sure that dolphins are versed on the whole consent thing, so I don't know.
No.
I don't know.
They are one of the only animals that will have sexual relations for pleasure, though. They're one of the few animals. So I thought that was an interesting fact, and then I found out
The more you know.
Yeah, right. You didn't get. Did I tell you to do that? What? Hey, hold on 1 second. Did you do the 6? Okay, I forgot. Sorry. Sorry, I was having a conversation with my teenager, and I had to enjoy it while I could because teenagers don't like their parents.
Right.
Okay, Cheryl says he's the same way with not much short-term memory. Who's he? Oh, I get it now. Sorry. Manta says, watch out with that mold. I'll eat a few before I realize the strawberries have some hidden up in there. Oh, gross.
Yeah, absolutely not.
No. Long form start to sellable. Jeff, I'm sorry. I don't know what that means. You have to tell me what you mean by that. I don't know what long form means. I'm like way behind that conversation. And then after Mel trying to engage the audience, engage these. And then she says, I only feel kind of bad.
Mel's about to leave you all and go out for smokes.
No, you got to take us with you. Just don't show because we don't want to encourage all the little kids that might be in this fucking stream to do something like that. Anyway, my mom is back. Mommy, you get to hear me say the F word. It's fun.
Wait, I'm supposed to take you with me when I go out for smokes to abandon you?
At least talk. Like, put me on earbuds or something so you can talk if you walk away from your phone. I really didn't think it was that hard to remember.
I really do need smokes though.
I'm sorry, I'm a little bitchy. Sorry. Oh, Henry's here. Hey, Henry. Glad you come by. Jeff asked how to present your beta footage long form. Okay, so wait and do the whole thing all at once. Then is that what you're saying? Jeff said to do a long form video of raising the Mahachianthus from start to cell size. Okay.
That's probably my vote too.
Okay. I'm down. That makes sense. I have to get that opinion from other people because all I can think of is I'm too impatient and it's awesome footage and I want to show it and I want to tell people about it, but I can't do it because if I do, I might not get anybody to watch my video and yada, yada, yada. So I have a lot of thoughts.
See, I'm a binger, so I don't like to be told until next time.
Oh my goodness, Betcha says 8-hour stream. Mel would die. She's like, no. Okay, I'm gonna tell on you, Mel.
I straight up told you no.
Yeah, you like I can only. I'm sorry, but I can only commit to 1 hour live stream.
Yeah.
Everything else is bonus. I'm like, bitch, we're not getting paid. It's fine.
Yeah, I'm not built like you and Nick. I will fall asleep.
Like I did not mean to do. I thought I would fall asleep too, but there was such a like. Everybody was talking. People were joining in. There were very few pauses in the conversation. We were just going for it, and before I knew it, it was 2 a.m. And I was like, holy shit, because somebody said it's I think they said it's 5 a.m. or something like that. I think they're Central Time, and I was like, what? No way. I looked at the clock and it said it was 2. I was like, Jesus, I can talk a lot.
Yeah.
Although I will say I was pretty tipsy because I'd had a little extra vodka that night.
Yeah, that probably helps.
It's helping tonight. Cody says, I'm like a week and a half into quitting vaping, 20-year nicotine addict. Oh, I get that. To tell you the truth, everybody's like, use vaping to quit smoking. And if that helps you, great. But you need to make sure it's a long or short-term thing because if not, in my opinion, quitting vaping is harder than quitting smoking. Not because it has more nicotine or anything like that. It's just to me, that nasty taste you get in your mouth from smoking, you don't get that with vaping. And so all the flavors you get are actual flavors, not burnt carcinogens. So I'm not saying it's better. I'm just saying for me, it was harder because I didn't like that nasty taste of cigarettes anyway. And congrats, Cody. Very much so. Oh, Henry's listening in while driving. I feel special. Cheryl says, congrats, Cody. Exactly. It's been an experience. I can understand that, but you have greater potential of views and subs with 30 to 60-minute videos. Really? I didn't know that. Because I've got so many different projects, I'm just like, I'm going to have to, I need a laptop. Jesus. Oh, I'm never going to get this done. Just one more thing on the list. I've got a lot of footage for different things that I could make into videos. Like I want to do another species support video on white clouds and my experiences with them. But I keep having a hard time getting time. The tank they're in is now on the bottom of my rack, which makes it difficult for me to get down and get a good angle because I have my own issues physically. I cannot do that. I can't bend down like that to get that kind of information for more than a couple of seconds, honestly, to get that kind of footage. So I'm trying to set up my camera in front of the tank to get some footage of them just for a couple of hours or something. But the problem is I don't have my camera to hook anything up to my computer because my laptop sucks and it's broken now. And so, or my second laptop that I'm paying for, by the way, for paying. Anyway, it's broken. So I have to see if insurance will cover it because I've got the break the. Ooh, I will think of it. Accident protection insurance through. I think it's Assurion or Assurion or whatever the fuck you want to call it.
Yeah, most likely.
Yeah, but I just like I can't. I have to use my phone, and I'm too obsessive about having my phone in my hand, and it's like a seriously anxiety-ridden thing. It pisses me off because I don't like it. If I can fit it out as long as I know where it's at and it's within easy reach if I need it, I'm cool with it. Like I had this fear of missing a call or a text from somebody important, and then yeah. Anyway, you're not my therapist, so I don't have to tell you. Anyway, I don't remember where I was going with that. Sorry. It sounded like I insulted you at the end, but I didn't mean to. What are you doing, old guy? Yeah, you gotta get up here. Don't climb on me. Really? Stop again. Sorry, I'm arguing with my dog. Yes, I said my dog. You've already ate, so don't start with me. I'm fighting. Here, look at the camera. He hates phones, by the way, or he hates cameras. He hates them. He won't look at them. If he sees them, if he looks at them, he just immediately. Hold on, see if I can get him to show you. If he thinks he's being recorded, he turns his head away. You getting it? You seeing it? Oh, it's you. Oh, you see him? He's like he's putting his head down.
Yeah.
He's so funny. But I don't remember what my point was or if I made my point or not. So, except for the dog is like obsessive right now. Anita, I think your dog needs to go out. Can you handle that? Yes, that's what it was. He just bounced off me like a springboard. Oh, I'm going. I'm missing things again. Okay, Ryan says, what's worse is we're watching. Phil says, Cody, I've quit once about 15 to 20 years ago. Not going to try again for a bit longer. Since I'm sober, I don't have another vice. Dude, that's the worst, is not having a vice, because that's like your only escape from like constant pressure of the world. It's like, ah. Anyway, yeah, I've got to have at least like one vice. Even if it's something stupid like chewing my nails, which I haven't done in a long time. Jeff says I quit smoking in November. Congrats. Food doesn't taste right anymore. I would rather smoke again. It takes a while for your senses to rebalance themselves and adjust to the lack of stimulus that was being provided. So I don't remember, but apparently it takes a while for your taste buds to go back from like even like COVID and stuff. If some people don't ever get it back, but not, oh God, that wasn't very reassuring, was it?
Good job.
You'll be fine if you adjust. That's all. Sorry again, Mel. What?
I said good job.
Right? Ryan says, or agreeing. Beto says, I quit smoking like 4 years ago. I don't know how long it's been since I quit smoking, but it's been like over a year since I quit vaping, which was hard for me because vaping was more of a, like, not addiction so much as a habit. Like, I seriously used it as an anxiety device, something that the habit curbed my anxiety.
Quitting's for quitters.
Exactly. Cody says, "Ha! I smoked 2 packs a day to vaping for probably 10 years. Can't say my food tastes different. I'm sorry, Jeff. Dude, Cody, you are negative today. You are negative. Jeff says the extra money is helping, but still not where I need it to be. I get that. Ryan needs to quit. I don't know why I said Brian because I was looking at Beto's thing. Jeff says, Cody, no vaping here. Everything definitely tastes different. Anyway, they're talking about the smoking, yada yada. Yeah, anyway, so everybody wants to talk about quitting. Quitting is for quitters, and that doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing.
For shame.
Dude, somebody the other day, random squirrel, dude told me the other day, might have been a girl. Anyway, someone told me the other day, said that about somebody else who wasn't working or whatever. Oh, they just don't want to work. They just want to sit around and do what they want to do, and they don't have to work and yada yada. I said, really? Is that surprising to you? Do you not want to sit around and not work? Like, doesn't that seem like a pleasant life to be taken care of despite not working? Because you can do your thing and enjoy yourself. Why? I mean, like, even if we can't do that and it's not feasible or plausible, why would you hate somebody else for wanting to do that? Like, and be jealous if you want because they are doing that, but don't hate them because they want it because you do too. That's the whole point.
Oh
That's
yeah,
why
I'm
everybody's
trying to
so
figure
mad.
that out.
Yeah.
Hmm?
My dog's tripping the fuck out. My dog, he wants to go outside pretty well, I think. How long have we been going? I can't believe you're still with us.
You and me?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
9 o'clock. It should be time for your nap.
I know, I'm an old person.
No, you're just a workaholic, is what you are. Work yourself to death person.
Well, one of these days I'll figure out the whole, retirement.
Yeah, dude, the way you work, I don't know how you can. You gotta have some bills because you could retire tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I'm just saying you work yourself to death, which is why I don't mind when you can't always make it because I know you got shit going on. So Cody says I refuse to quit cannabis though. Had to lay that hard truth down to the doctor last week. Still, stop asking. It ain't happening. Jeff says he quit that really long time ago. Oh, that's funny, Cody, because I had to do the same thing with my doctor when I think I started seeing her about 3 years ago, maybe a little more. And where it's legal here, so I was honest with her. I didn't care, I was like, I do smoke weed, and I'm not like it helps with a lot of things. And she said, "Well, weed is bad for your condition; it can cause it to worsen." I said, "Okay, fine." I said, "Give me a bunch of opiates for my constant chronic pains, my various issues and injuries." I said, give me something for my anxiety that I can handle and all these other addictive substances. Or would you just like to leave me alone and let me smoke my weed? I said, it's non-negotiable. I said, there's no point in talking about it again because it's pain medication. It's, anxiety medication. It's like a whole bunch of stuff in one tiny thing that's really not even that big of a deal as long as I'm responsible with it. And she has not brought it up since. So I liked her. I was like, when she realized I was not giving it up and I was done, she let it go. So
I don't miss it at all. I used to smoke weed every day, like all the time, and
yeah,
like when I was younger. And then all of a sudden, randomly, I started getting all paranoid off of it, even though, like, by the time that started happening, it became decriminalized for
yeah.
whatever reason. It would just make me all, like, paranoid, and I just didn't like it anymore, and I just quit, and I don't miss it at all.
Yeah, some people don't like it. Has not a positive reaction with them. It does. I mean, it's not a lot of
But
people
it
that.
never did that to me for years.
I've had a lot of people
Like,
though that said the same thing, that they didn't have any problem with it until years later, and it started doing that to them. I've never
yeah,
had that problem, but I don't like. I'm not trying to get
yeah,
out of this world stoned off my mind anymore like I was when I was younger. Now it's basically to help me function semi normally, you know.
right.
So, and I guess I've always been told that you'll feel less of an effect of a high or for any medication you take for pain relief or whatever, then you will feel less of a high if your body, depending on how much your body needs it. Like if you're in a lot of pain, then the pain pill's not going to make you high so much as it's going to take away your pain.
Yeah, also tolerance is a bitch.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I like dabs. I don't, I don't like sitting there smoking, like taking forever to smoke weed, and plus it hurts my lungs.
Well, I
Like,
used to do that too, but that, like, I don't
yeah,
know, like I did that after I smoked a bunch of weed. Like I would just smoke weed and then I moved on to dabs. And now, like, now I just can't anymore. I don't know
yeah.
why.
That's why I like the dabs. So I can do a good once, and then I don't have to deal with it again for a couple of hours at least. You know, I don't have to sit there and smoke it. Yeah, makes things a lot easier. Uh, okay, and but Vento says this won't make me popular, but I think weed is just as bad as cigs, if not worse. Wait, worse in what way? Just the stigma of smoking it because it's a drug, or do you think in some way addiction is harder, or it's worse for you physically? Like, expound upon that, please. Cody's, no, I missed one. Ryan says, I'm just tired, not retired. Exactly. Cody says, definitely a lot of resin production with flour. I do wonder, but I'm skeptical. Smoking anything isn't great for you, period. I agree, which is why I like dabs, because it's not smoke, it's like vapor. From what I understand, I don't know. I could be totally wrong. So if I'm wrong, go ahead and correct me. I'm cool. I'll, but from the way I understand, it's not this traditional form of smoke. It's a vaporized something or other. So Cody says live resin is where it's at. Expensive though. Yeah, it is. That's why I like dab. Ryan says I don't have the answer for living 750 years. Yeah. So, wow, we had a lot of people come in here. You guys are so talkative tonight. I just say that and everybody gets quiet. No, come on, have a conversation with me, and I'll try to stop overtaking the conversation.
Well, we already went way off base with
Yeah, we.
random things.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm good for. Oh, did I tell you I got a new killifish?
No,
I
elaborate.
I well, I have actually two. I got the a couple of weeks ago. I got the Nothobranchius patritzii. Patritzii. I'm not really 100% sure on how to pronounce it, but they're really pretty. They're also called the redfin notho, I think. Okay, Django. Jesus, lay down.
Not
Okay.
helpful.
Right. And then hold on, I'll look it up so that way I can see what it is.
I was
Okay.
gonna say a lot of us in here probably have no idea what you're talking about. At
Okay,
least
it's
I
called the
don't.
blue note though. This is what they look like.
Shiny.
Yeah. So that's the blue note though, and then I got some. Everybody's gonna laugh. It's got a dirty mind in here. I've got some called the Nothobranchius rubripinis. Okay, maybe I'm the only one with a dirty mind. Hold on, I'll try to find the picture of them. Oh, this one looks exactly like the mail that I just got. Oh no, hold on. That's not what I'm showing. Oh,
Mm.
this is so difficult to paint in the ass. Okay. Except for the one I got, the black line and the white line are much less blurred together on the fin, and they're much more distinct and pronounced. And the red is super, like it's more of a blood red than that bright red. So
What's
I
your
think,
favorite killifish that you have right now besides the Galaris? Because I already know that.
oh, it's not fair because that's my favorite. Okay, okay, I've got the Noto rubricanus, Noto guy, that's one of first. I don't have very many this time. Sorry, I'm just sitting here holding it. I don't really have a lot right now. I just have the two Nothos, the Splendipler, the Blue Galaris, and I have a male Volcanum, which is probably my favorite. But I also have a pair of Golden Gardenrye, and I've had the Gardenrye, I think, longer. No, that's not true. The Splendiplers I've had longer than everyone. So um, they're called the Splendid Killifish. They're really pretty. Hold on, I'll show you what I'm talking about. I can't. I would show you, but it's really dark and like tanniny in there, and they're tiny, so it's hard to see them. So I'll show you a picture of what they look like.
Do you still have the baby honey gouramis?
Yes, I do. They're over here. I'll show you guys those in a minute.
I was gonna say those are super cute.
Do it.
I was gonna say those are super cute.
Yeah. The only thing is that there's not a light on it, so I'll have to kind of move the light over if I can. Take a really look at this dog. Like he is really not allowing me to make my own decisions at this time. Ladies, get Gerald. Like he's decided that I am his yeah, I'm his and I shall do what he asks. Okay. This is not what I wanted. What the hell? Oh, there's the pictures. This is the splendid killifish. That's what the males look like. You see it, Mel?
Yeah.
Okay. And then I had the volcano. The volcano is probably my favorite. So, but just 1 second, I'll see if I can show you. If Jacob will get off me, I can show you. Oh, they're talking about we again. Oh, Scotty. Yeah, we're talking about Achilles. Hey, Scotty. Okay, Jacob, really, you got to let me go, honey. Okay? Let me go. If you've got, really, you've got to move so I can get up, you big bag of dead weight. I'm trying to be professional here. Really? Lay down on me again. Stop. You're such a stubborn brat. Okay, let me see if I can get these Achilles, honey girl, I mean, a light on for him so you can see him. I don't think that's going to work. I shall figure it out. I shall put my light on. Maybe that'll work.
I still only have the Golden Wonder killies, but I'm
Oops.
happy with them. I definitely don't mind having a pair of them in this community tank. They do really good. Um, they don't bother anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Here's the
the
baby
angels bother
bones.
them.
Yeah, of course they do. Angels are assholes. Oh, and
Yep.
the one guppy.
How is your guppy project coming?
I think I'm gonna cut down on the Cobra Kois, but the Plex guppies are doing fantastic. Like, there's been about 3 generations, and so far, at least 3 of each of them have like some of the features that I want in a new line. And there's 2 of them that look exactly like Plex. I'm not kidding you. They are like mirror images. So I can't wait to get them out there. I'm trying to start documenting all of it, and sorting a little bit better than I was doing, because they say that you have to have 5 generations a 90% or greater phenotype recognition. And recognition, that may not be the right word. Anyway, we're the same. They have the same traits that you're wanting, that you're breeding for. They have to have 100% or 90% success rate in how much you in getting those traits in each generation. So I'm loving the fact that already, even though it's only been just a couple of generations and very little crossback, he's already having lots of success in seeing his traits in other fish. There is a bit of orange that keeps coming out, though. It's driving me nuts. It keeps popping up everywhere. So it's really pretty, but it's not what I'm looking for. Babies. So I'm going to probably do a video on them soon, but there's just such bad footage right now because they're in... they are in a camera. They are in a tank. Jesus, I don't know why I couldn't think of that. They're in a tank with no background, no substrate, so their colors are very muted. So it's like I don't want to do any really serious footage for videos other than my documentation until I get them in something that shows their colors, and so he's not all muted and stuff. So if that makes sense. Stupid dig. There we go. That'll work.
So I got my first group of rainbow fish not that long ago. The turquoise ones and then a few of the Kalitawa. I really wanted the Kamaka rainbows, and I'm probably still gonna try those, but I'm kind of interested in at least like raising the turquoise rainbows out a little bit, because I mean they're like small. They have some color to them, but not anything like they will. So that'll be interesting.
Yeah. Oh well, that'll be
And
great
the
for you
first-
to see and everything too, because you're never really got into rainbows before, have you?
No, I've never had rainbows of any
Yeah.
kind. Nope.
Cody says he knew those were gouramis. It's one of the few fish he's bred triple digits of. I get you. And Darla says that's because angels are cichlids. They just look more angelic than most other cichlids. Yeah. Yeah, they're not. They're kind of jerks. I don't know if, I don't know. They're pretty cool to have if you, they're cool to most other fish as long as they don't get up in their face when they're breeding. Which is usually what happens. So. Oh, remember I told you that I was putting Val in the axolotl tanks to try to get some plants to grow in there?
I don't remember.
You don't? Well, maybe I
No.
didn't tell you. I meant to. When I redid their tanks, because I've had no success growing any plants in their tank because they like to lay on them. They pull them up when they're walking through them. They just don't root well, and so they don't grow. They die. And plus, it's got cold water and low light, so it doesn't. There's not a lot that grows in those conditions with everything, the abuse too. So I put some Val in there this time when I redid their tanks after Rufio died. And it's actually growing. It's growing. And I put some in the girls' tanks too, and it's growing for the most part, but they keep uprooting some of it. But it's still growing. It's doing good. I can't believe it.
Yeah, I like Val a lot.
I think it's one of my favorite plants. And people are like, it takes over. I'm like, well, if you've got 30 tanks, you're glad to let it take over because that shit's good with nitrates.
Yeah, well, also, I don't know, for a while I was scared to trim it, but now I'm not. It hasn't really done anything, no bad consequences from trimming the Val.
Right.
So that's helpful.
Yeah. I just usually thin mine out instead of, I don't trim the length of it. I just thin it out. So that way, because it chokes itself. It'll grow so much in small space that it'll choke itself. So you got to thin it out every once in a while.
Well, I like to use it as a background, like in this tank, Schmitzville or whatever, I did Val around the entire back wall and then both sides of the tank. So instead of putting a background, it kind of you get that feeling of looking into a clearing almost.
Yeah, it never ends. It's always there.
Well, more like someone parted the weeds or the grass or whatever, and there's like this scape in the middle, and like just surrounded by more grass or whatever. You
It's
can't really
definitely grass
see
and
like
stuff.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it hides stuff pretty good. I need to just, you know, get a background, especially for the 56.
I told you about the background I used, didn't I?
Yeah, I was gonna ask you to send me the link for that again. Some kind
Okay,
of
I will do that. Yeah.
sticky thing.
Yeah. It's a vinyl waterproof wallpaper and it's sticky back. You can put it on anything, cut its size. I put one roll that I got for $7. I think it was $6.97. Was it covered up 255s and I think it was 320 long. So that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's
So
not bad.
and they have bigger rolls too. They cost more than $6.97, but like they have bigger rolls. Like I was gonna get one of the bigger rolls to cover the 125, but then the 125 exploded on my floor. So that didn't quite
It
work
did
out.
not explode. You know, I was
It eventually
super let
exploded.
down.
It
I was
eventually
super let
exploded.
down by that because
Bullshit.
everyone was like, you gotta watch that stream. Her tank exploded, and I was like ready to watch something shatter and explode, and it just leaked.
Don't anybody else watch the video because Mel says it sucks.
No, I didn't say it sucks. I just said I was underwhelmed. I was hyped up. I was promised explosions, and I got a trickle.
Well, it was not a trickle. Bullshit. You clean this shit up and tell me it was a trickle. It started out a trickle, yes, I will admit that, but eventually it exploded all over my carpet.
You didn't capture that for your audience. Shame on you.
No, it showed the whole thing, didn't it?
I don't think so. All I saw was a trickle.
Well, that doesn't mean it was because you didn't just watch it.
Well, I might have to go back and prove myself wrong, but I was definitely promised explosions.
It was there. It was just a little less explosive than you'd like. No, I mean, come on, though. It was my first live stream, my first big tank, and I was like, we had so much fun, and then boom, explosion. And when I say explosion, I mean that figuratively, okay? Is that okay?
Yeah, you need to disclaim this kind of stuff. You mislead me and depress me.
Figurative explosion. Yeah. So, yeah, that was really fun. But all in all, it wasn't that bad. My mom, we found a glitch in the Petco app at the time when they were doing a 50% off sale on the 75s. They had it marked with the 50% off already. But when you went put it in the cart, the 50% off applied again in the cart. So we got I think it was $74 for a 75 gallon. And we found that. I told my mom, I was like, listen, I don't have anywhere to put my fish and I'll pay you back. And blah, 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 blah. Or no, actually what I said was, I don't have anywhere to put my fish. So I'm putting them in the 55. I said, you need to buy one of these 75s because there's a glitch and yada, yada. And she went and she did it. And then she bought me one too.
That's even better than the $1 a gallon deal.
Yeah, it was less than $1 a gallon. So, but they fixed that quick. I shared it with everybody I could think of. I was like, who needs a tank? Who needs a tank? Who would want a tank? And I was texting them all. But after about, I think 2 or 3 people that I texted, everybody else was like, no, it's not there anymore. I was like, damn. They caught it quick too. In less than an hour, I think it was.
Not surprised.
But yeah, that's how I get. Luckily, though, it was a good thing I did though because I had all those fish that I had separate tanks that I had consolidated for the 125, and I didn't have anywhere to put anyone really. I had to disperse them and overstock all my tanks because I didn't have nearly as many tanks at the time. I had to overstock all my tanks with these bigger fish because I didn't have anywhere to put them. And then my mom bought me the 75, and it was able to relieve some of that pressure and that overstocking, so it wasn't so as likely to have diseases and stuff. So it worked out pretty well. My mom's got my back.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, she's cool. I'm only saying that because I don't think she's in here anymore. So Don't tell her I
Yeah,
said
don't say that. Don't say that with her present.
it. Don't tell her I said it. So I think we're losing people, Mel. We're losing people.
Well, that's because I think Whip is streaming, and also it's been an hour, so I'm gonna have to enforce my let's go see Whip stream rule.
Oh, nobody asked you. What are you talking about? We're gonna have the cops call. I'm gonna call the cops. Call the
Are
cops.
you?
I am.
Do it.
No. No. Yes. Maybe. I don't have to.